You wanted to hits, well, we got them. From California to Japan, the people have spoken. The best of the best, from hip-hop, rock, pop, and every genre in between. And we're here to play them, so get your dance shoes ready and listen to the sounds of worldwide music right here, right now, on the Stream Curse Show. Stream Curse Show.
1, 0, and liftoff.
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight of the orbiter Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
What's up, everybody? Yeah. Yo, this is Wild Oscah. That's with an H, not an R. And this is the Stream Currents Show, brought to you by Stream Currents Productions. We're here. This is the first episode. Thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. This is an audio-only format. We're trying to make it kind of like a radio-style podcast, if you may, because we do plan on taking this show to radio someday. When we will do that, we don't know. We're so goddamn busy with everything that we're trying to figure it all out. But I plan on having an actual radio show on the radio by November. Now, that's a few months away, so I don't want to get too hyped up about it, but I had a contact with somebody. He told me they were looking for shows. I told him, I can't do it. I work too fucking much. I work as a dishwasher. I gotta wash all the dishes for the goddamn city and the cruise ships. So I have no time right now. But it's something to look forward to in the future. Anyways, this is the Stream Currents Show. It's my first episode. I'm not sure really what to talk about. I was going to have a topic to kind of go over, but it's the first episode. So we'll just get into some of the things of what brought us here, and we'll take it from there. If I happen to pause in between, it means I'm trying to catch my thought, because sometimes I go blank. And that's because back in the day, I smoked way too many drugs. I'm clean now. I'm sober. Been sober for 7.5 years, and I'm doing good. But let me tell you, I put an awful wrecking ball on my brain. So we're here. This is the Stream Currents Show. Basically, the point of this show is to showcase artists from across the world with their music, any genre. So we're taking any genre. I put out a calling earlier this week, and I said, if you got music, if you got streaming music that you can find on Spotify, that you can find online, send me your tracks, and I will get you heard right here on the podcast. Now, it's been good. I got a few people who submitted their tracks. They gave me some information about themselves, so we'll go over some of that. And so, yeah, we got a stellar lineup. We got Aundre, we got Jon Rains, and I have a hard time pronouncing the other guy's name. It's Paul. We'll say Paul for now. I'm looking it up on my phone here. Okay, where are we at? Okay, we're slowing down the pace. Sorry about that, guys. We'll get back into it here. All right, so the other guy is not Paul, it's Phil. I apologize, Phil. I shouldn't have said that. So it's Phil Marinucci, or we'll just call him Phil for now. You can spell his name out. It's Marinucci. I probably should have sent him a message and asked him how to pronounce his name. Pretty cool name, actually. Sounds like a mob boss or something. So we're here. It's the Stream Currents Show. We're here to showcase artists from across the world. We got Aundre, who's from California. We got We got Phil, who's from Toronto. And we even got Jon Rains, who's right here from Nova Scotia, from Lunenburg County. So if you don't know, I guess I'll tell you right now, we are broadcasting. I should say podcasting. We are podcasting from Halifax, Nova Scotia. That's right, Halifax, Nova Scotia. If you don't know Nova Scotia, it's a small province, a peninsula on the east coast of Canada. It's home of Lobster, Donairs, and Sidney Crosby. Actually, Sidney Crosby lives in Cole Harbour, but it's considered Halifax because it's HRM, which stands for Halifax Regional Municipality. So it's an amalgamated city. It's also the home of battle rapper, renowned battle rapper Pat Stay. Rest in peace. Many people miss him. If you don't know Pat Stay, go online, Google Pat Stay. You'll find many battle raps, and he's greatly missed. Tragic events happened that led to his death. Anyways, we don't want to get into that too much. We just want to give a shout out saying that this is the home of many, many talented people. It's also the home of Anne Murray. If you don't know, not that I listen to a lot of Anne Murray, but it's the home of her. She sings a lot of like classic country music and whatnot. So yeah, Nova Scotia, we're a little peninsula, coastal community known for hurricanes. And like I said, donair. If you haven't tried a donair before, if you don't know what a donair is, I'm going to throw up on the screen right now, if you're watching, what a picture of a donair looks like. Now, I know what you're thinking. What the F is that? And what kind of mess is it? But let me tell you, donairs are so goddamn good. And you have to get them from the East Coast of Canada because it's the best place to get donairs. Personally, my favorite place to get a donair in the whole province is Tlaney's Pizza in Porter's Lake or Head of Chesapeake. They make the best donairs. I grew up eating them. That's probably why I'm partial to it. But yeah, so check them out. Tlaney's in Porter's Lake. Props to you guys for keeping me full the whole time I came bugging you guys at the store trying to steal candies. Anyways. So yeah, we're the home of many things. Lobster, if you don't know, if you've never eaten a lobster, if you're going to get a lobster, come to the East Coast of Canada, you get fresh Atlantic lobster. I forget what they go per pound now. It's something like, like $9 or something. It used to be like $4 or $5 back in the day to get a pound of lobster. Anyways, needless to say, this is the home of lobsters. So we're here. This is the podcast. Stream Currents Show, like I said, is brought to you by Stream Currents Productions, which is a record label that I own. I just recently got it registered March 30th of this year, 2023. Decided I wanted to make music. I was at Best Buy. I was looking to buy a computer because I was going to write a book, to be honest with you. And I was looking at this crappy old computer, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to buy a Mac. And then I bought a Mac, I started making music, started doing things, and I thought, well, I want to sell my music. But the only way I could do that legit was to actually register a business. So we registered our business, which is Stream Currents Productions, and decided to release music under that production company. So my artist name is Wild Oscah. You can find not many. I've only got 2 singles out right now. There's Show My Foe and My Last Day, which are now available on all major streaming platforms. Check them out. Also got 2 music videos up on YouTube. Check them out. And you can follow me on all social media at Wild Oscah, and that's with an H, Wild Oscah, on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We're not on TikTok. I've been doing a lot of research on TikTok. I'm not trying to down it, but there's just some safety issues, and I'm not going to get into it too much. But yeah, so check it out. Wild Oscah on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I got a SoundCloud profile, Audio Mac, Reverb Nation. Not that anybody uses that, but check it out. Also, make sure to check out all these artists after you're done listening to this show. I know you're going to hear the song, but check them out. Check out their profiles. Give them a little bit of love. Show them you care if you like what you hear, because they went out of their way to submit me their music and to send me some information about themselves, and I greatly appreciate it. So I just want to make sure the fans, anybody listening, get to their artist profile pages. Give them a like, give them a follow, share their music, right? Let's get these people heard. That's the whole point of the show, is to get heard, and so that way the world can hear the music that's coming out. All right, so I don't want to drag on too much. I just want to tell you guys a little bit of how the show got started. So I decided to do a podcast because, I mean, why not? I mean, everybody has a podcast, right? So we figured we'd do one, right? It's a good way of keeping up to date, sharing events in the city. We don't have any events right now to discuss, but if you do have an event anywhere in the world, actually, we will gladly say it here on the podcast and promote it. And we'll even put a hashtag or a secret hashtag on the video, so that way if somebody's looking up the music or the video, they'll come across it and they'll hear the event, blah, blah, blah. So, and if you're right here in Halifax, give me your event list. If you're playing at a pub or you're playing at a bar or you're doing a venue, let me know and I'll podcast it, I'll broadcast it, I'll tell the folks, what you're doing, right? It could be anything. It could be you're playing at a pub, or you're signing autographs, or maybe you got a fundraiser, you're playing baseball or something, or maybe you just want to let the folks know where to find you in your music, and we'll get you heard. That's the whole point of this podcast, is really to get people heard. Anyways, without any further ado, I think we should jump into our first song here. So we got Aundre. So that's Aundre. He's from Santa Cruz, California. Now, he was the first to submit his music, so we're going to play him first. That's usually how I do it, is whoever gets their music in first. That's who I'm going to play first. So a little bit about Aundre. He comes from a family of football players. He's really into blogging and writing about music. Let me just pull up his information here. I can't memorize everything. You think as somebody who does music, I'd be able to memorize stuff. Now, I can memorize my own lyrics, but when it comes to information on the fly, I don't know. Like I said, too many drugs back in the day. So let me just whip it up here. We got Aundre. So yeah, he's from Santa Cruz, California. He's let me check it out here. Okie dokie. So yeah, he comes from a family of football players, hailing from a coastal town situated on the central coast of California. He took inspiration from blending a pot of cultures and people from all walks of life, and is in a city full of musical events and activities. Aundre always associated himself with older people growing up, and he listens to some area artists from his area, the Dangler, the Fast One, Kyrie, Young Black Brother Records, Sacramento's Black Market Records. He also drew additional musical influence from the Southern California artists like DJ Quick, Dr. Dre, Warren G. And some say that Aundre's musical style can often carry a West Coast chill hip-hop vibe. Now, I listened to his song. It's pretty good. It's a clean song, so it's something that anybody can listen to, which is good, because if you got a clean song, you can put it on the radio. You can actually get it heard, right? I have trouble with that with myself. Like when I'm doing music, I be fucking swearing all the time and saying bad shit, and I doubt any of my stuff is really radio worthy. I'd have to go through and edit every second word. Anyways, what else can I say about Aundre? He's blogging and whatnot, and we'll get to all the social media stuff after we play a song. So I don't want to talk about it too much, because we're going to be back right after the song. You guys have a little listen. Let me know what you think. Write it down in the comments and down on the YouTube comment page. And let me know what you think of this cat. He's pretty cool. He's got a nice chill vibe. It's almost like going back a decade, but with themes that resonate with today. And I like that, because most of the music I listen to, especially hip-hop, is from a decade ago. The real core, strong, solid bars. I'm not going to diss any kind of music, but I'm not a huge fan of like mumble rap or anything like that. But Doesn't mean we won't play it here on the podcast, right? Hey, you could surprise me too, There actually, there are one or two songs that I don't mind too much. There's a mumble rap song by an artist out the West Coast there in Canada. His name's Little Windex. And he's got a mumble rap song. It's called Cleaning Up. And I love that song. I be at work washing dishes. I put that on at the end of my shift when I'm cleaning, mopping floors. And it gets me going. So we won't say we don't like all mumble rap, but there's some that I'm just not super keen on. Anyways, no further ado, here's M. Aundre with his single, Altered State.
You're listening to the Street Cred Show.
It's like, man, I'm like in an altered state, man. I'm just really out my body, man. But, I mean, I'm still grounded. I wake up and I get it, that's my only motivation. Time waits for no one. You thought you were impatient, there's a lot that we facing, but some don't understand it. No, I never planned it, it's just how I landed. Around the way bandit, let me steal your ear. I've been transparent, I make myself clear. Everybody got a fear and it might not be the same. There's a lot that weighs heavy, enough to go insane. Yet I'm calm and it's strange how I turn my life around. One foot in and one out, had me wondering how. And no, I never doubt the man upstairs. You ain't gotta worry, cause somebody cares. My life, it wasn't fair when I overcame some obstacles. Energetic yet I'm tired, I'ma need me a sabbatical. Embracing everything in this world that's pure. I thought I found the antidote, but it wasn't a cure. I'm living in the days that many won't share. I'm me and I ain't perfect, ain't nothing else there. Some things come in pairs, but with me they broke the mold. I've been around the block so I can never be sold. I'm living in the days that many won't share. I'm me and I ain't perfect, ain't nothing else there. Some things come in pairs, but with me they broke the mold. I've been around the block so I can never be sold. I try to find my good spot, that old feng shui. You know the yin and the yang, I gotta have it that way. Forever in the day, I wanna live with no worries and make my own time, so I ain't never in a hurry. My vision's kinda blurry with this water in my eyes. I'm happy and I'm sad, but everything gon' be alright. Overwhelmed with the life and everything that's happening. I'm human, I ain't perfect, sometimes I'll be lacking. Distracted by the action, I'm foreign like a caption. This music gets me high and I just love it with a passion. Listen how I'm rapping, everything is natural, organic, that's the way. Let it flow like it's Moku falls. Can you feel the essence radiated? So contagious. Depression is the mother, but this time we gon' make it. Everybody watch it, waiting on my failure. I'm cut from a cloth they stole, bought and I'm tailored. I'm living in the days that many won't share. I mean, and I ain't perfect, ain't nothing else there. Some things come in pairs, but with me they broke the mold. I've been around the block so I can never be sold. I'm living in the days that many won't share. I mean, and I ain't perfect, ain't nothing else there. Some things come in pairs, but with me they broke the mold. I've been around the block so I can never be sold. Let everything go, the insecurities, the pain. Everything that's on your mind is it'll drive you insane. You know I'm out the way because I need a bit of room. My mind's been expanding, and no, it's not the shroom. See me later, see me soon as I'm all around the clock. That cash is my painkiller, my family need a lot. And we about to make it pop and overcome some barriers. I'm past poor ready, all I need's a few carriers. The past I done buried it, I'm making room for new. And I ain't slowing me down, I'm still doing what I do. Never flake, I'm coming through, everything has been secured. And my focus been the money, while them haters just applaud. All my real ones they concur, but you can't read me like a book. The memoirs of a hustler, the portrait of a crook. No matter how you look, the way you see me is absurd. And there's some questions unanswered, omitting some words. I'm living in the days that many won't share. I mean, and I ain't perfect, ain't nothing else there. Some things come in pairs, but with me they broke the mold. I've been around the block so I can never be sold. I'm living in the days that many won't share. I mean, and I ain't perfect, ain't nothing else there. Some things come in pairs, but with me they broke the mold. I've been around the block so I can never be sold. No. Know about that.
Welcome back, everybody. That was Aundre with Altered State. Cheer. And that was a classic hip-hop song. I got a little bit about the song here, a little bit of info. Says this is a song that represents what I go through from time to time. We'll talk about my past, being careful with what you invest your time into. It's about knowing there's always room for improvement, no matter what level of the game you are at. All I know is to be me, and I can't be anyone else, and I don't want to be. Some of the quotable lyrics from that song is, some things come in pairs, but with me, they broke the mold. I've been around the block, so I could never be sold. Yeah, I really like listening to that. We got some info, too, on where you can find Aundre and his music. So I'm going to pull his link tree up here. You check it out on Spotify too. All these guys got Spotify. So let me check it out here. He's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. He's got a Tumblr account. He's got a YouTube account. It's all Aundre. So check it out. Spotify, SoundCloud, Bandcamp, Songkick. And he's got a link tree too, Aundre. Check it out. He's got all his information on there. He's a creator, blogger, musician. He's got a lot going on. And he's from Santa Cruz, California. So we appreciate Aundre for letting us play his music today on the podcast. I just want to give a little disclaimer to you guys that where I'm podcasting right now, we got animals, so you might hear the occasional meow. You might hear the dog bark, and the dog's going to pee like 20 times a day. So if the dog barks, I'm going to have to pause the episode, let him out, and then restart and come back to you guys. Also, there's a refrigerator here. Now, the refrigerator only runs like once every 20 minutes or so. But when it does, it makes a god-awful noise. So I do apologize for that. There's not much I can do about it because I'm using a certain space. Another reason why we're not making this a video podcast is because the space I'm using right now is kind of a borrowed space, and there's not really a setup for doing video. So we're sticking to the audio format. Plus, we plan on turning it to radio someday. We won't be on video if we're on radio. So we'll just keep to the audio format. We'll throw up some pictures and some video graphics just to keep you guys kind of entertained in the meantime. Next up, we got Phil. Not Paul, but Phil. Phil. Oh, Phil. Let me check him out here. I'm gonna try and pronounce his last name. Try and get it underway here. So it's Phil Marinucci. I think it's Marinucci. Phil Marinucci, he's got a song that is called Fly. So this track pays homage to the AOR prog rock music from the 80s, written and arranged to sound like music from that era, including song traits like vocal stacking, guitar stacking, harmony vocals, lots of keyboard work, big production sound, and more. The track was originally written in the 80s, but was never produced. It was during the pandemic that the work resurfaced and the studio production began. The track was developed over a 2-year period with the focus on creating an 80s AOR rock track. I don't even know what AOR is. I gotta look that up after the show here. AOR rock track in terms of sound and style. Since then, the track was developed during the pandemic. The lyrics were rewritten to create a more uplifting and positive message to help those who needed it. He also created the artwork for the single, again following the 80s aesthetic. So you can check out the music. It's on Apple, Spotify, YouTube Music, Django. Yeah, check it out. It's definitely on Spotify. And I'm going to be throwing up the album artwork for each one of these songs while they're playing. So that is the artwork. Check it out. So I noticed that I've been rambling a lot. And I know it's a podcast, you're meant to talk, but I tend to ramble a little bit. I don't know if it's nervousness or boredom. I don't know. I'm kind of sitting here by myself. We're going to try and get some guests on the podcast too, so we can kind of shoot the shit. Once I get a few people in here and they can conversate with me, so it's just not me talking to myself all the time. Anyways, so without any further ado, I know that's my catchphrase, it seems. We're going to be playing Phil, and Phil has a website there. I should probably put that out. You can follow Phil on social media. We'll get to his social media after the whatchamacallit, the song. That's right, we're playing the goddamn song. Excuse me. I have esophagus ulcers, so as you can tell, my voice is a little scratchy, and they hurt like hell. But anyways, so Phil's got a website. It's called philmarinucci.com. So it's Phil, MARINUCCI.com. Check it out, www. And I'm sure he's got all this stuff on there, so you want to give that a look over. He's got a recent interview too with NiagaraFallsReview.ca. I haven't really checked that out, but I probably should. And he's got a press release from the IssueWire.com. So lots of interesting stuff going on with Phil. Let's get into the song. Why are we waiting? All right, let's get into it.
Here on the Street Curtain Show, we play the best hits worldwide.
Round again, all the times have changed. that sets us free. Looking back at the years gone by, after all that's said and done, we'll rise up as we face the fire. We rise up and shine like the sun. We can fly all through the night into the day. Fly, follow your heart and fly away. Fly right through the stars from yesterday. We can fly. Spread your wings and just fly.
Cheers. So yeah, that was Phil Marinucci from philmarinucci.com. That's his website. Check it out. For social media, if you want to follow Phil, check him out. He's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Phil Multimedia. So that's Phil Multimedia on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Plus, he's got his website, philmarinucci.com. That was his song Fly. And yeah, I hope you liked it. I sure did. We're here. This is the podcast. This is the Stream Kern Show if you're just tuning in. If you don't know, something just beeped. Okay, so I'm trying to do this podcast. I got dogs barking. My phone's trying to ring. Just people won't leave me the hell alone. But we're getting it done anyways because we have to deliver for the folks out there looking for new music that they haven't heard yet. Hey, you never know. You might hear music on here that you have heard before. Maybe we'll get Drake on the show, Eminem, Garth Brooks. You never know what's going to happen, where this stuff is going to lead to. Never give your hopes up because it could fucking happen. We're here. This is a Stream Current show where we're playing the best hits worldwide. We needed a new, jingle jangle or a new catchphrase. But that's what we're going with right now. We're playing the best hits worldwide right here from California, Japan on the Stream Current show. And we're playing them for you guys. You guys like what you hear? Add it in the comments down below. Tell us what you think. Make sure to follow these people. Give them a share. Give them a like. Yeah, we can all make this happen. So we got one more song coming up, and then the show's going to kind of come to a close, but we're not quite there yet. Like I said, I didn't pick any topics or anything this time to really talk about. Just 1 second. Sorry, guys, I forgot to close the door, and the friggin' furnace came on. I haven't got a soundproof room yet, so working on that. Just got to win the lottery or something. Anyways, door is closed. We're good. The pipes are knocking. You might hear those, but we're okay. We're good. We're here. We're listening to music. We're having fun. We're having a ball. If you're not having fun, on you. Nah, just joking. Not everybody's going to have fun all the time. Some people are just too goddamn serious. Anyways, the next artist we got is Jon Rains. And we're going to switch it up here with the music. First we had a hip-hop song, classic hip-hop song by Aundre, Altered State. Then we had Phil Marinucci with his song Fly, which was kind of like an 80s rock song. I'm not really like a huge rock fan, so I'm not really sure how to describe it. All I know is it's got lots of sounds, lots of enthusiasm. The next, we're going to switch it up a bit. We got Jon Rains, who's got a country song. And I listened to this song, and I put this song on when I was going to catch the bus one day, and I just kept listening to every track that came after it. I got in such a good mood listening to it. Jon Rains reached out to me. Jon Rains, oh, I forgot to mention, Phil's from Toronto. Props to Toronto, Canada. So yeah. Okay, sorry, Phil. We're really taking it out on Phil this show. So we got Jon Rains, who is from Lunenburg, Nova Scotia. So he's a fellow Scotian. He reached out to me, and he's got his song here. It's called Burn Forever. Trying to see if I can pull up a profile here to get a little bit of information. He's got a Spotify link. All these guys are on Spotify, so make sure you go on Spotify, look them up. You got Aundre, Phil Marinucci, Jon Rains. So we got a little bit about information here we're gonna look up. Okay, maybe we don't. I apologize. We thought we had something there. Well, we got a little bit about him, though. He wrote me a little message there. Jon Rains is a do-it-yourself country folk artist from Lunenburg, Nova Scotia. He's been playing all around the Maritimes since 2022. He plans to release a full album this fall, 2023. Be sure to check out his Instagram page at Jon Rains Music to see when he'll be performing near you. And John, if you're listening to me right now, if you have a show coming up, make sure you let us know. We'll put it on the podcast. We're not sure how many local people are going to hear it, but we are going to be advertising the nuts out of this thing. So if you have an event, let us know. We'll put it on here. All right. So we got Jon Rains, and like I said, I already listened to this song. I listened to all these songs, but I listened to this one. I really like this one. Maybe it's because of my background. I grew up listening to a lot of country. It's surprising because I do hip-hop, but I grew up, my dad, we listened to a lot of country, and, you know, being Nova Scotian and all, we got the country roots in us. Let's just say that. All right. No further ado. You should take a drink every time I say adieu. Everybody be fucking smashed right now. Anyways. We got Jon Rains with his song, Burn Forever.
The Stream Current Show, brought to you by Stream Currents Productions.
I know one thing about you, girl. You
What's up, everybody? That was, or is, Jon Rains. And like I said, check him out on Instagram. That was his song. What's it called? Burn Forever. How can I forget that? I was just playing. All right. And that song's on Spotify. It's on Apple Music, iTunes, Deezer, and I'm sure it's on a ton of other stuff. You can go and hyper follow Jon Rains, all his music. DistroKid, just look up Jon Rains. Otherwise, follow him on Instagram, show him a bit of love, show him some love in the comments, show all these guys some love in the comments. We got Aundre, we got Phil Marinucci, we got Jon Rains, and I want to thank all you guys for submitting your music for me to play here on the podcast. It has been a real royal delight. And I couldn't ask for a better lineup for the first episode of the podcast. This is the Stream Current Show. So if you are an artist or a band or anyone, you don't even have to be an artist as long as you have a song. And it's streaming. It's on Spotify. Send us or check out the page. By page, I mean website. It's streamcurrents.com. Contact us through the contact form. So streamcurrents.com/contact. And we'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. And let us know if you want to get your music heard right here on the podcast. We're going to be doing this podcast probably about once every 2 weeks. It's kind of up in the air. I want to have a set schedule for it to be every week at a certain time. But I'm just starting, not a new job, but I'm going back to my job, which is a seasonal job. And I'm working like 50 hours a week. So it's unrealistic to just set a date as to when it will be up. Until I get it back into the groove of work and I know what my days off are and whatnot, then we might be able to set up a schedule. But I'm thinking like in the next 2 weeks, we're going to have episode 2 of the Stream Current Show. So like I said, if you're an artist, you're a band, you're anybody, if you got music that you want heard, contact us on the page at streamcurrents.com/contact and we'll make something happen. Also, you can follow us on most social media except for TikTok. We already talked about that earlier. But we're on Facebook. I say we're, but it's me. I'm a sole proprietor running this company, so it's me. But I like saying we because it makes me sound professional. We are available on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter at Stream Currents. So that's Stream Currents with an S on all those 3 things. Check it out. Give us a follow, give us a like. If you want to see future episodes, that's where we'll be posting them. Check us out. So streamcurrents.com, also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Stream Currents. That's our tag. And this episode of Stream Currents, and probably all future episodes, has been brought to you by Stream Currents Productions. We got some music out. Like I said, I got a couple songs I'm going to play here, my 2 singles that I released recently within the past month. We'll finish off the show with that, and then it's goodbye to me. So I want to thank everybody for listening today. Let us know what you think in the comments. Go to our page, leave a comment. If you like what you hear, make sure you share so that way everybody gets heard and we can spread the love. Just don't spread the germs. Like I said, thank you so much for listening. This is the Stream Current Show, and this is your host, Wild Oscah. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one. Peace and prosper.
There's nothing better than great music right here on the Stream Current Show.
Hey, I don't really give a fuck what they say. I'ma live it up like it's my last day. And I don't even really have to explain. I'm going insane, and that's okay. I don't really give a fuck what they say. I'ma live it up like it's my last day. And I don't even really have to explain. I'm going insane, and that's okay. And I got some feelings and killing that I deal with between dealing back in the heel to see the zeal zipped on on the real, I've been kneeling, praying for a sealed wish, hoping my dreams don't become some congealed shit. Feeling like a million demons at my wheel whipping, shifting to a high fifth, wide width. Time to ride, drip, die like a Sith with a saber in my grip. Time is drying out, but I'm still making hits. Y'all be surprised when I fall into the sky, make it flip. Surmise if you thought I crimped from a trip, flipped and dipped into the pits, gone skits. But I'm back, bitches. Get my ticket to the Ritz. Now my destination is set on the lift. No hesitation, not waiting. I'm elevating to the tip, clipping up the loose ends. Let my noodle man lift me to a new rendering that doesn't yet exist. Hey, I don't really give a fuck what they say. I'ma live it up like it's my last day. And I don't even really have to explain. I'm going insane, and that's okay. I don't really give a fuck what they say. I'ma live it up like it's my last day. And I don't even really have to explain. I'm going insane, and that's okay. Got problems, but doesn't everybody? Is there anyone who isn't a little bit nutty? Is there any past that isn't shitty and muddy? Man, it's how you solve it, just don't get too cruddy. Bottom line is to treat yourself with compassion, like a best friend who loves to see you laughing, not trashing on yourself cause you used to crap it. Clean up your act and start making things happen. Never mind the haters, they're just a bunch of asses. Cause I'm tired of fakers who care only about the fashion. You need a team for your esteem who ain't gonna bash you. Build on dreams who see the magic through the same glasses. Better ask yourself what you can do to take action. Relax when life's grass is trapping you to crash it. Master your craft, tap the cactus, let the cash pour in. Capture the wrath that you got stored within. Hey, I don't really give a fuck what they say. I'ma live it up like it's my last day. And I don't even really have to explain. I'm going insane, and that's okay. I don't really give a fuck what they say. I'ma live it up like it's my last day. And I don't even really have to explain. I'm going insane, and that's okay. I don't really give a fuck what they say. I'ma live it up like it's my last day. And I don't even really have to explain. I'm going insane, and that's okay.
You're listening to the Street Cred Show.
I don't really know how low I will go, so don't tread on my toes. You don't wanna show my foe. I can roll against the wettest blows. I try and be a nice guy with the advice from my psychiatrist, but sometimes I get blindsided. High as a kite, flying when my mind's trying to trip, sliding in the abyss, flip my insides like a fish, wild and violent. I'm a smiling tyrant, and I'm dying for silence. In my mind so gyroed, climbing from the cliff while the fire sparks and flicks. My dark side finds a grip and ties me to the shit. I don't really know how low I will go, so don't tread on my toes. You don't wanna show my foe. I can roll against the wettest blows. I try to be a good man, aligned with the plan, but damn, I can't stand the landmines people plan. Fuck it, I tramp on them, to fuck with the ambience. I'm a fucking champion, better call a fucking ambulance. Stamped and branded like a bandit from the propagandist. Thank my fam, jam cam for the abandonment. Crammed in my cranium as a stadium of bantering, dismantling my brain like radium cankering from the commandments. I don't really know how low I will go, so don't tread on my toes. You don't wanna show my foe. I can roll against the wettest blows. I don't really know how low I will go, so don't tread on my toes. You don't wanna show my foe. I can roll against the